1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
It is in a way, but we don't treat them as rivals.
No.
We don't. Yeah, because don't forget, they're always, well, off and on. They've been in the divisions rather than not divisions, champions. So they've been in championship football.
Yeah.
So they've not really been at league level consistently for a long time. So
time.
Yeah, so that's why we've never paid attention to them. Maybe we might start paying attention to them now. I don't know. But yeah, we've never. Now Bruno Fernandes. It says Bruno Fernandes with 6 games to go. So Bruno Fernandes really just 4 assists away from breaking the Premier League single season record. 6 games left to do it. Do we think he'll do it? 4 assists?
How many has he had so far? What has he got to reach?
Oh right, yeah, I've got that somewhere. I think he's got 17. 17.
So he's going to be going to sort of 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 6 games to go, did you say? Yeah, there are 6, aren't there, for most teams?
6
I think.
games, yes.
Is it 6 or 5? It is 6.
Well, I think they've got.
They play 32 because they play 38.
32, yeah. So I think it's 38.
Yeah, so 6 games.
Yeah. So 6 left.
Well, I mean, with someone like him, it's very possible. Obviously, no player can guarantee either to score himself or to create a goal, create an assist for someone. So it may or may not happen, but he's such a good player that I think there's more chance of him doing it than not doing it. And the other thing about Bruno is that I think in the last few days, whereas in recent weeks there's been talk of him leaving in the summer and going elsewhere, he seemed, from what I read the other day, to sort of squash that kind of rumour. And it's quite encouraging in one sense, because he said, I don't really want to go, something like that. He said, because my family is very settled in Manchester and they love it there, which I find quite encouraging. Now, I think he's got 2 children. I'm not sure of their ages, but if you think of some of the other children, if you like, of famous footballers here, I mean, I can't think of too many off the top of my head, but one, for example, was Peter Schmeichel, Manchester United's goalkeeper for many years. And interestingly, he then eventually went to Manchester City, which was a strange move for someone to do. But of course, his son, Kasper Schmeichel, was Leicester's goalkeeper for years. I think he's now in Scotland. I can't remember what team, whether it's Celtic or whoever, but he'd be a very good goalkeeper. But again, as English in so many ways as anybody else, his English is good because he brought up here. There's a very good Sky Sports commentator. Her name is Peen Muhlenstein. Now, her dad was one of Alex Ferguson's lieutenants, one of his coaching assistants for a good few years in some of their sort of glory days, really, going back a few years now. So Peen would have been brought up. I think she's probably mid-20s, maybe a bit older than that. And she's now sort of she's progressed from just commentating sometimes to actually anchoring some of the football programmes, partly because Laura, I can't think of her other name, but Laura Woods, she went on to TNT and something like to other sports TV companies. So Peen has obviously got a bit of a promotion, and as I say, she's clearly bilingual, but she is so British, so English, because she's lived her life here. You know, she was born, I believe she was born here, and while her dad was with Manchester United, of course, she's developed all of the elements of being a British person, so she'll have a dual passport.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
Have a dual passport. So you can understand a player, any player, but certainly what Bruno is saying. He's got young kids. I don't know how old they are, but and probably not that old because he's not an old guy himself, is he? But they're probably at school and things like that, and so they are very British in their attitudes and outlook and so on. So yeah, it's I was actually quite pleased because I think Bruno Fernandes graces the Premier League. He graces Manchester United. He gets a bit of flack sometimes from some fans of other clubs. I don't really know why, but he's a gem of a footballer. He carries Manchester United with his midfield artistry, I would say. He very rarely, he's one of those players who very rarely gives the ball away. It did happen once the other day in the match when they lost to Leeds. I thought, I've not seen him give a ball away like that for a long time. He doesn't give it away very often. So that's a mark of an excellent footballer. To answer the question, he could well break that record. I think if anyone deserves it, he does, because the team tends to revolve around him, and he's a fantastic footballer. So I hope he does. I hope Bruno does do that.
Yeah, I hope he does. I quite like him, actually. I like him now. I never used to.
Didn't you? Why was that then?
Well, it's not his fault. I think it was my fault because I sort of judged him on the results that we were getting under Amorim, and I thought he must be partly to blame for it. But seeing him under Carrick is a different person in my eyes. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just being biased because I'm a Manchester United fan. It's easier to see if you're a fan of other team to see a good player. But a fan of your team, you base it on the result because these emotions cloud your thinking, and you can't think clearly. You think, well, we're losing. If it's that good, why aren't we winning? I think.
So let me ask you a question then, Cuz, if I may. Michael Carrick, generally, I think it's fair to say, has done pretty well. Yeah. Although that result the other day doesn't help him. Do you think he'll be given the permanent job of manager at Man United?
You have to stop getting in my head, because that was the next question I was going to ask.
This is what happens when people get to know each other's way of thinking, and all the stuff, all our vibes coming across the ether and the cyberspace. We're reading each other's minds.
We are. I was just building up to say, well, Carrick, with the result, do we think he's going to... But anyway, let me answer your question because you've asked it.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the